I'm sure most of you are excited about college football will be happening this fall. So am I. Everyone is well aware that social distancing is now a part of our lives. No doubt about it. Well, guys, guess what? We're going to talk about that today. I'm going to give you my thoughts on some of the things that I've seen some college coaches are actually doing out there to make sure that their players are socially distancing while at practice. Yes, indeed. Welcome back to Tomorrow's Leader Sports Network with your host, Coach Walker. And guess what, guys? Social distancing is just the topic of all topics that we're going to continue to keep talking about until the end of time, I guess. But yeah, we already know college football is starting up, and you have a lot of the universities and colleges, their athletes are now beginning to arrive on campus and begin their summer workouts. But guess what? This goes without saying that coaches, while they had so much downtime, they were sitting back trying to find different ways of how they can make sure they keep their players safe while on the field. And I'm going to share with you a couple of things that some well-known coaches around the country at many different universities and colleges are actually doing. Like I said, guys, myself, I'm excited that college football is just about on its way. Just hoping and praying that a lot of these cases of COVID-19 positive cases of these players, they begin to decrease, and everyone takes a look at things and understand that you got to keep a mask on and you need to be at least 6 feet apart. And, what's so crazy is I don't know about you, but when you're out there coaching individuals at any sport, you're always looking for ways to better the team, better your coaching skills, just have a better overall experience with whatever situation is going on at that time. It could be a game time situation where you have to adjust and be able to make that adjustment because you may have seen it before. It just depends on the situation. Well, guys, guess what? Coaches are now having to adjust based on the situation that we have right now, which is COVID-19, especially when it comes to practice, because you already know if anyone comes up positive on any college or university, they're going to shut that campus down or shut that practice down for at least 14 days. And I'm pretty sure a lot of you are not wanting to see that are college athletes out there. I know you don't want to be shut down for 14 days. So, guys, let's make sure we do what we got to do to get ourselves positioned so that we can go ahead and get through the season as smoothly as possible and not have to worry about any setbacks. But guys, check this out. What was so funny to me, I saw, was it Coach Mac Brown over at the University of North Carolina. And the crazy part about it was he came out there on the field and he actually had a stick. He had a stick that was six. This ain't 6 feet by no means. He had a stick that was 6 feet long, in which he was using that to keep players apart from one another 6 feet while at practice. So he had them stand face to face, and then he put the stick in between them to make sure that they were 6 feet apart, right? And they right now what they're doing is everything is about memory. You got to exercise the mind. You got to exercise your mind all the time. If you don't exercise your mind, it get a little crickety up in there. You know how you walk on steps where you hear the creaks in the steps. So you want to make sure you got everybody on the same page when it comes down to drills, the weightlifting, so on and so forth, is on the same page, so that even though when coach is not around, you're still doing the same thing according to how it's been shown to you. You don't deviate away from the plan. But yeah, guys, not only Coach Mac Brown with the 6 foot long stick to keep the players apart from one another, you have coaches out there that have the mask, the face covered mask on, where it's like a plastic covered mask that comes over their face, so that even if they're talking, if spit comes out their mouth, it goes on the shield. It doesn't go onto the player, which is excellent. I believe also over at Florida State, they have masks where the ones that they come all the way down over your neck, and you can pull them up over your mouth and your nose when it comes time for you to do it. If you're not in if you're on if you're on the sideline standing around, you can pull it up over your mouth, and in that way you don't have to worry about anything transpiring on the sidelines where someone may get sick or something like that. So that's great to see many coaches are taking the initiative to do different things to make sure that they're keeping their players safe. That's what it's about, keeping the players safe. Now, I know for the next 2 weeks, things are going to be, going to be a little hectic because, like I said, you're trying to get that muscle memory going where you get these student athletes to understand what's going on and they handle business accordingly. Now, my biggest question is what's going to happen when it comes down to having to physically start working out, physically start, hitting or physically start, running plays and things of that nature. I'm sure like many of the I'm not going to say many of the colleges because I've only seen it actually here in Atlanta. They had a youth football tournament where the officials actually, they sterilized the balls in between each play. So after each play, they pick that ball up, sterilize that ball. They pick that ball up, take it off the field. They have another ball they put on the field that's been sterilized, and they'll go ahead and continue play. So, but I'm wondering how they're going to work that out as far as with the tackling dummies, the blocking drills, so on and so forth. And I'm sure they're probably going to do the same thing. They may have had to go order additional equipment to make sure that, once one is used, they go ahead and wipe it down and go from there, and use it the next time around. So I'm almost certain these coaches out here, they've really sat down and devised a significant plan that's going to be effective so that they can make sure that they keep their players as safe as possible. And like I said, Coach Mac Brown with that stick, boy, I'm telling you, I'm still blown away. But the one thing that got me, the one thing that got me was I never knew that there was a whistle that you can blow with a button. I didn't know you could push a button. You can push a button for a whistle to blow. So yes, that's going to prevent coaches also from, having to lift up their mask and blow the whistle, possibly, spitting on someone, which is, possibly, I'm not going to say spitting, but saliva coming off the whistle and getting on someone, touching someone else, which is that's good stuff. And I'm gonna tell you that whistle, I think that whistle is going to be on my bucket list of purchase for when I get back out there again. Because like I said, to prevent spitting from flying around all over the place, I think that was a great idea someone came up with for that one. And again, also another thing, coaches won't be using footballs. They're not using footballs those first 2 weeks while out there on campus. So everything is going to be shadow drills. And I'm pretty sure a lot of you remember that we used to do warm up where we would shadow, doing warm up, and then we would go into button up with someone and going from there. So, it's going to be, it's going to be a little difficult for some who has been accustomed to things being a particular way. But like I said, we'll get through this, guys. Also, let me not forget, my linemen, all those big linemen out there, I know you guys are excited that you will not have to sit in those small, cramped meeting rooms no more, with coach trying to watch film. Now you get to sit in the big room where everybody normally sits at. You're going to be put in a wider area because they can't have you guys sitting on top of each other. That's a beautiful thing. But, like I said, guys, we just got to sit down and continue to keep working. And as time goes on, as how the game is played, we all have to make adjustments. And I think this is a good thing that coaches are finding ways to make adjustments to make sure that they keep their players safe, as well as allowing them to get the reps that they need so that once they get out there on the field, they still can succeed at the highest level. Like I said, sometimes all of that beating on the body is not really necessary, but you still want to have it a little bit so that you can go ahead and keep the mind sharp as far as someone making contact with you. So I'm sure we may see a little sloppy play in the beginning once the season starts, but I think things will pick up once everyone go ahead and get acclimated to how things are going to be done now. But like I said again, having football this fall is going to be a great thing for everyone because many are looking to be able to sit back and just watch the game being played. Sports haven't been on TV for television for a while, and like the NBA has started back up, people are beginning to enjoy that, and as well as baseball. Let me not forget baseball, but I'm sure many are really going to enjoy it when they start seeing tackle football happening on television again. But guys, that's just my thoughts of how everything, is playing out now with all of the student athletes beginning to arrive for their summer workouts, with social distancing being involved in practice now. So guys, again, please make sure you guys please make sure you stay safe out there, wear your mask at all times, make sure you social distance. And also guys, like I said before, if you like the content, please like, share, subscribe to the channel. Also, follow us on social media. The links are listed below. Leave those comments. Please leave those comments, good, bad, and ugly. I want to hear what you got to say. If there's anything out of pocket or anything chaotic or crazy that I may have said in a video, or if there's something that you want me to discuss, please let me know. I'm open to anything. Hey, if we need to go live and you want to discuss it, we can do that too. I don't have a problem with that. But guys, always remember this one thing. Be that one and lead.